Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is one of those activities that has no finish line. It's become the most important training for my physical and mental health, and I hope I can stay healthy enough over the years to keep practicing it. They call Jiu-Jitsu the gentle art, but the ambiguity in that name shouldn't confuse us. It's meant to be understood relative to other martial arts which involve striking or throwing, since the grappling and submission techniques of Jiu-Jitsu aren't in any kind of absolute sense easy on the body. It's also gentle in that it's defensive, and the techniques require restraint and control, as opposed to power and strength. It's been 3.5 years of consistent training for me, missing only Sundays and often training 2 or 3 times a day, and like anything, with enough repetition comes a certain amount of proficiency. But my learning on the padded mats of the jiu-jitsu classroom is reminiscent of my learning in the university halls of my graduate philosophy programs. The more acquainted I am with the subject matter, the more capable I become, but also the more aware I am of the depth of what there is yet to be known, and the more dwarfed I am by how much study is left in front of me before I can say I'm an expert. I can imagine one day my jiu-jitsu professor will tie a black belt around my waist, and when that day comes, I suspect I'll feel much like I did when I defended my research successfully, fulfilling the last requirement for my doctoral degree, a sense of accomplishment, and that I was a different person than the one I had been when I began, but also a deep realization that only the groundwork of my scholarship had concluded, and that the major work of my scholarly life could now commence. I was a beginner again. Similarly, when I've accomplished an expert level in jiu-jitsu, I'll thereby enter a community of masters, within which I'll represent the least experienced member, a whole lifetime of study to refine my skills left in front of me to accomplish. This has been my Sandcastle for November 23rd, 2023. I hope to build another with you tomorrow.